Hello and welcome to Binary Discourse. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be talking about 2025 as far as movies and TV shows have been, reviewing the first half of the year and talking about our most anticipated movies for the second half of the year. But first, we got a little would you rather section. So just a few would you rather questions to break the ice here. Number one, would you rather have Black Panther's suit or Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer?
Yeah. I personally would take Black Panther's suit. That it's not that hard of a question for me. Mm-hmm. The engineering in that suit alone would probably fill up the rest of my life. I could probably take it apart, figure out how nanoparticles work and how nanomachinery can work and other applications, hands down, would do the Black Panther suit.
Yeah, I'm taking Black Panther suit too. Mjolnir is sick. It's especially because assuming you get everything that comes with the hammer, you would get the lightning powers and everything. Mm-hmm. That's sick. But the Black Panther suit has so much going on in it that I think I'm taking the Black Panther suit. I don't think that is super close. As awesome as Thor's hammer would have to be, that is one of the things. The Black Panther suit and the Iron Man suit are probably the only two things in the DC, or not DC, in the Marvel universe that I'm taking. Cap's shield or Mjolnir, I'm taking Mjolnir.
Yeah.
And obviously, an Infinity Gauntlet, I think that's a different question because you get all of the Infinity Stones with it. But yeah, Black Panther suit or Mjolnir, we're both taking Mjolnir.
Would you rather have a pet grizzly bear or a pet gorilla?
Okay, I'm taking a pet gorilla, but this one feels a little bit closer. I'm assuming, in this question, it's friendly to you. It's not hostile. Mm-hmm. It's domesticated and everything. I just think a gorilla would be sick. I'd love to have a massive gorilla that I can ride on its back and everything. I think that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I personally would take a grizzly bear.
Okay.
I've seen those videos of bears just chilling with humans, and a gorilla can be pretty chill, but I don't think they're gonna sit in hot tubs and just live with you as much as a grizzly bear would.
Unless you're Tarzan.
Are you Tarzan?
Not yet, I'm not.
Okay.
No, that's those I think it's the Russian bears or whatever where they're so chill and everything. Those videos are awesome. They're hilarious. But yeah, I'm still choosing a gorilla. Would you rather train under Darth Maul or train under Qui-Gon Jinn? I like this question. I think this is an interesting one.
I do too. It's also a really easy answer for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm taking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Mm-hmm.
That, as cool as Darth Maul is, I do not want to have to go through that pain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, as a Jedi, you still go through different kinds of pain, but Darth Maul had the emotional pain that is not easy to go through.
Yeah.
So I would go train under Qui-Gon, and also because Qui-Gon is more of a gray Jedi than any of the other Jedi. He's a lot more...
He very much represents what the Jedi were before they began to fall and become the ideals of what the Jedi are actually supposed to be.
Yeah, so I would take Qui-Gon. How about you?
I think I'm also taking Qui-Gon on this one, but I feel of any Sith I could train under, Darth Maul is my number one. The only one that I think maybe would go over is Dooku, but I still think I'm taking Maul first. I'm not training under Vader. He's going to be way too abusive.
Yeah.
Palpatine is going to be insanely gaslighty and manipulative. Plagueis, I'm not training under Plagueis. Darth Maul, I think, is the one I would pick out of all of them.
I would take Bane.
Okay, fair. Bane actually would be a really cool one. Mm-hmm. I still think I'm taking Maul over Bane, but Bane would be sick. But the question is Maul or Qui-Gon, and I think I'm still going Qui-Gon. The little we get of Qui-Gon is so good, and the novel Master and Apprentice about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan is one of my favorite Star Wars novels we've gotten, and it just really goes into his thought process and how he works as a Jedi, because you go through basically the council offering him a seat with them, and it means that he would have to leave Obi-Wan and stuff. And at first he's going to take it, and then some crap goes down. He doesn't take it. And I maybe don't remember that exactly because it's been a couple years, but that's the gist of it. And his thought process is fascinating. So I'd love to study under Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I would take him as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the next question is, would you rather be a pirate captain or a cowboy?
I'm going to go with a cowboy mainly because I do not do well on the ocean. Like I get seasick pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like singing shanties would be sick. That'd be super fun. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with a cowboy. I feel like the Wild West is more my lifestyle, even though in a lot of ways, a cowboy is just a pirate on land.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going with a cowboy. What about you?
I personally think I would take a pirate captain.
Yeah.
I can actually do well on boats. And I personally think the history of pirate captains is very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times they were more of a naval force for hire.
Yeah.
So rather than like, oh, I'm just going across the sea and I'm plundering whatever I can get my hands on, it was a lot more like, hey, Portugal just told me to take that ship. Okay, I'll go find them. I'll go take them down.
Yep.
And bring the money back. You're basically a lot more of a repo person than just what you casually think of as a pirate captain.
Yeah, for sure. You want to be a bounty hunter on the water.
Yes, I do.
Out on the open sea.
Yeah.
No, that's actually sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, if barring the seasickness, it's a lot closer for me. I still think I go cowboy, but pirates are sick. My wife and I have been rewatching Pirates of the Caribbean. We just watched the second one, and yeah, awesome stuff. So much fun.
Now, again, I would take cowboy if it was modern day.
Okay.
Because a lot of my like future wants is like large open land, kind of like some open space, and kind of leads more to a cowboy.
But we're assuming like Wild West cowboy.
Yeah, Wild West versus pirate, like high seas. So yeah, I would take a pirate captain in this case.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So that's it for our Would You Rather. Great questions. If you have any Would You Rather questions you want us to answer, feel free to shoot them our way and we'll answer them in future episodes. But moving on to the main portion of our episode today, let's talk about movies and also some TV shows that have come out in 2025. So first, we're going to talk about the first half of the year, all of the movies that have come out that we've seen. There's some only I've seen, some only Alex has seen, and some that we've both seen. And then we'll talk about our most anticipated movies for the second half.
Yeah. So we're going to go with the first one, Captain America, Brave New World.
So I have not seen this, so we're going to leave this one to Alex to give us his thoughts on it so far.
So I've seen it twice now.
Okay.
The first time was in theaters opening night. And I went and saw it with my cousins, and it was a good movie. Like, I was like, it's not Endgame, but we shouldn't be comparing to Endgame.
Oh, of course not.
Like,
that I do feel like in the MCU, post Endgame has been hard because people are expecting that level. And we're not going back to that. It's like going back to phase one. That's what we need to be comparing these movies to.
Yeah, and to me personally, Captain America, Brave New World felt a lot like Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Maybe not quite like as good, but it had that feeling back in it. It felt like a phase two kind of movie.
Do you know who directed it? Because it wasn't the Russo brothers, right?
I don't believe so. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure the Russo brothers they were done and then they're just coming back for Doomsday and Secret Wars, I'm pretty sure.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, love the Russo brothers.
But yeah, I loved it. And then the second time I went and saw it, I didn't see it in theaters, but I watched it with my dad.
Okay.
And I had gone home for the weekend and spent some time at home, and he and I kind of just turned it on and watched it. And I gained a lot more appreciation for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it went from a mediocre phase two to a high-end phase two for me.
Okay.
They, the things they do and the choices they make feel very much back to a return to form, pretty much.
Okay. That's good, actually. Where would you rank it in Captain America? Just Captain America movies.
So, again, we've talked about this a ton. My hot take, I didn't really like Winter Soldier when it came out.
That is a hot take.
I
know multiple people who say that is the best MCU movie ever.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I believe, but
I didn't enjoy it that much when it came out. I've gained a lot more appreciation for it.
For sure.
I would say it's probably not quite as good as Winter Soldier.
Okay.
And it's hard for me to rank it with Civil War.
Civil War is hard because it's Avengers 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one can be hard.
Yeah. So if I were going 1, 2, and 4,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely Winter Soldier, Brave New World, First Avenger.
Okay.
Putting Civil War in the mix, I'd probably put Civil War at the top of those, though.
Yeah. So Civil War,
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it was good, but I gained a lot more appreciation on a second viewing.
That's awesome. It's on my list. It's on Disney Plus now, so I need to watch it. I almost watched it just this morning because I knew we were going to record this, but I did not. What would you rate it out of 10?
I'm trying to remember. I think I gave it a 7.3 my first viewing,
Okay.
and then I think I have a 7.8 now.
Okay.
It's good, but it's not. And even other Marvel movies we've gotten this year, it's not quite as good.
Yeah.
So
Closer to an 8 than a 7, but not quite an 8.
yeah.
Okay. Somewhere in there. Sweet. Well, moving on to the next movie, Minecraft, a Minecraft movie. The one that took over the world by storm.
Yeah.
Another one I haven't seen, only Alex has seen. So we'll hear from you a little bit more on this.
Oh, good. So I saw it. I think it was actually opening night. I went and saw it.
Yeah.
I went to see it because I was definitely like, I've played Minecraft my whole life. I really enjoy the game, but I also just want to kind of see it crash and burn.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
'Cause
yeah. Uh-huh.
like even from the trailers, I was like, is this going to be a good? Like, I don't
Mhm.
think this is going to be a good movie. But I went and saw it the first time, and it was a bad movie.
It is. Everyone I hear says that it's so bad that it's good. Like that's all I hear.
Exactly. It's a terrible movie,
Mm-hmm.
but oh, do I love watching it.
Okay.
Hands down, like probably one of my favorite movies of the year, but definitely not a good movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it brings up that question of, is a good movie always your favorite movie?
Oh, for sure.
And
For sure.
I think especially with this one, it's not.
Mhm.
Like, it's not good. There's terrible jokes. Like, one of the jokes literally is, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft.
That's so bad. That is so bad.
I almost walked out on that one, and then they ended up wrapping things up pretty well, and so I was like, okay, fine. And then
But we don't have a creeper oh man reference, do we?
oh,
Dang it. That would have been the saving
they had the
grace.
opportunity, but they didn't. But they did have, so they had a lot of really, really inside jokes.
Okay. I do know about the Technoblade one.
There is a Technoblade
Yeah,
one.
I love that.
The other one that I was thinking of is actually if you don't know who directed the movie, it does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
But the person who directed it is the same person who directed Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, and I do know that. Yeah, we've talked about that.
And there are multiple llamas.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's awesome.
And so if you don't know,
It does
it
nothing.
does
but
nothing.
Yeah,
But
if you know.
oh.
Okay, that's
So funny.
hilarious. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But so I went and saw it opening night, and then the next morning I go into work, and one of my friends is like, "Hey, do you want to go see this with us tomorrow night?" I'm like, "Sure, fine.
You've already seen it. You're just going again.
Yeah, I'll go again, whatever." And so I go the second time with a whole bunch of friends and engineering buddies and stuff, and we go and watch it. And the first time I watched it, it was a pretty chill, like, experience atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
By the second time I saw it, the whole world,
Like the whole TikTok trends and everything.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it-
gosh.
like, the movie was just as bad,
Yeah.
but just as funny. But I had a worse experience because of the people. Like,
Mhm.
we had people setting off like fireworks. In
Oh
the
my
theater.
gosh. Yeah, that's absurd.
I was like, absolutely not.
Mhm.
There were times when I wanted to just go down and slap people upside the head. Like,
No, seriously,
really?
it's-
Come on.
Yeah, that's wild. I know I saw online, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw reports of it that in the UK they were having go wild sessions for the movie where it was like, okay, if you're going to go crazy, do it at this showtime so that the rest of them are fine. And I honestly feel like that's a good way to market it
Yeah.
because that way you're not ruining it for people who actually want to see it. Because like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I didn't experience it in theaters, but like I was on social media. I was aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
Well, and it was funny because I had seen it that opening night, and then 2 days later, we saw so I saw it again, and in between the time, they had posted flyers everywhere around the theater. Like, if you were seeing the Minecraft movie, please be courteous. Please, and people just ignored it.
Yeah, I saw those same flyers when I went for other movies to the movie theater. Which is so funny that they had to put those out.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. It just was a little frustrating.
For sure. For sure.
Well, we'll skip the next one. We'll come back to it in a minute. But
Okay.
we'll go with Mission Impossible 8.
Yes, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. So you have not seen this, right?
I have not.
Okay, I have seen this. Mission Impossible films are great. Love Tom Cruise, fantastic actor. This was a great way to like end the story. I mean, they're all kind of self-contained stories except for the last two, because Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning are like a part 1 and part 2. I really enjoyed it. Really fun movie, good time. The stunts always fantastic, great job. And they do a really good job of like the threat level, because it's so easy in movies to like jump the shark way too fast, and it's like, okay, the entire world is going to die, but like you don't feel the stakes.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible has always done a really good job of making you feel the stakes, but like this one, it's especially so. How much do you know about the movie?
I do not. In fact, I've only seen up to, I think, the 4th one.
Okay.
So I started watching them a couple years ago and kind of fell off it, and I just need to keep watching them.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're really good. So basically in this one, non-spoiler, quick synopsis, there's this AI that's like taking over the world, and it's like turning into a weapon and stuff. And so they have to stop it before it like gets control of all of the nuclear warheads in the world. That's basically the plot.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, which is why it's actually really good, is because it's like relevant. It was sick, really cool. But they do a really good job of making it, because obviously there are some fantastical elements that are like, that would never happen, but they handle it in a way that your suspension of disbelief is not so hard.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Definitely worth a watch. If I'm ranking it in the Mission Impossible movies, I don't even think it's top 3, but it's probably like, it's like right in the middle of the pack, probably.
Yeah.
Like an enjoyable movie. It was fun. It was a good time. So I think Fallout is still my favorite one. That's the one with Henry Cavill. So good.
And that's 6, right?
Yes, that's... I can't remember if that's 5 or 6, because it's Ghost Protocol is 4. Yeah, then Rogue Nation, then Fallout. So that's 6. Yep.
Okay, and I think I watched Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol, that's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's my second favorite, actually.
Okay.
I love Ghost Protocol. That was the first one that I saw, and it was in theaters. And then I went back and watched the others.
yeah, I think when I started, 7 was just coming out.
Okay.
And I was like, before I go and see 7, let's go and watch 1 all the way through. And
Yeah.
I got to 4. 3 was hard to get through, for sure.
3, I think, is my least favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got to 4 and just stopped there. And then, so I still need to watch 5, 6, 7, and 8, I guess.
Yeah, definitely good movies. Definitely worth a watch. They do, for the most part, they do a really good job of being self-contained enough that you can just jump in on any of them. You don't have to watch all of them, but there are also some story beats that are important, especially in the newest one, in The Final Reckoning, number 8. There's actually a surprising amount of tie back to like the first 3, the original trilogy. So it definitely helps if you've seen those, because my wife has not seen a single Mission Impossible movie. And so we watched Dead Reckoning like the night before we went to see Final Reckoning. And then we watched Final Reckoning, and it's like, you still get it, you still enjoy it, but there are some moments that definitely you understand a lot more if you have seen those other ones.
Okay.
So, but yeah, really good movie. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably give it like a 7, like a 7.3 probably.
Okay.
So that's probably what I'd rate it out of 10. So, next movie, let's talk about the F1 movie.
Okay.
So we've both seen this. I want to talk about something we've both seen.
Yes.
So you gave it 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Yes.
So I gave it 4. I think it's an 8 out of 10, probably like an 8.2, 8.3 out of 10. So you definitely like it more than me. You're also a bigger F1 fan than I am in general. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts?
So
Let's go spoiler free real quick, and then we can do spoiler talk in a second.
Okay. So just base talk, not spoiler. I saw it the first time and gave it a 4.5. I think we had even talked about that leaving the theater.
Yeah, in the theater we talked about it.
I was like, it's a good movie, really fun. There was a couple of things where I was like, maybe not. And then about a week later, I went with my cousin again.
Yeah.
And like I had read all the things online. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And I sat down and actually got to like watch the movie looking for those mistakes. And almost every single time it's like, actually, they get through that.
Yeah.
And here are the points. Like if you're looking for the answers, you find them.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I was a lot more forgiving with it. And then I came out of the second one being like, no, there's, I think, only one point that's like questionable in my mind, where I would maybe drop it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's for sure one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's sick. One thing I've seen a lot of the talk, we've talked about this with a mutual friend, and just I've seen it a little bit online, is it's definitely targeted towards people who are like new to F1 or are not already in like the F1 fan base. And so there seems to be some things that people are like less than happy about if they're super, super into F1. I'm like, I don't consider myself like outside of F1. Like I'm not new to F1 with this movie, but I'm nowhere near like you or some of our other friends. You know, I'm still definitely a beginner. And I thought it was fantastic. A lot of those things, they're definitely doing it to make it more beginner friendly, but I feel like they don't sacrifice F1 at its core. Like, yes, some niche things are changed and some things don't play out how they would in real life. But at the end of the day, it is still F1. It still holds true to what F1 is. I feel like they don't change enough for it to be problematic. It's at that level where I can suspend my disbelief and say, okay, this is happening this way, and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, are we going to get in spoilers now?
Yeah, let's do it. So
Okay.
Spoilers, if you haven't seen F1, we'll have like tags in the comment or in the description of where you can jump to or something. So just skip a little bit, but what are your thoughts spoiler wise?
Spoiler wise, okay. So the one part that I have a little bit of a trouble with is him getting a super license that quick.
Yeah, for sure.
I can understand, like, oh, you're looking for a new person. You've talked with the FIA. You're like, we're going to need this to happen quick so that we can actually have a driver. Now, I actually do think there is some precedence with this.
Okay.
I'm watching Drive to Survive, and I realized,
Good show.
Yeah, great show.
Really
Hands
good
down, would recommend. Kevin Magnussen in the 2022 season was brought on a week before the season started. So there is a little bit of precedence for it.
Okay.
And there are reasons behind why he had to come in so quickly. Some geopolitical issues had happened.
Okay.
But so it is possible to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it also helps that he was a driver before.
I was going to say, I think that's the main leg they were playing on is he has done this before and he's been a driver in other races since, I think, IndyCar, NASCAR. They show him in one of those at the beginning.
It's World Endurance.
World Endurance. Okay. Yeah. I'm not the most familiar with all of the different racing leagues, but yeah, he's in another. So it shows that like he is still racing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not the hardest thing in the world to believe, but that definitely like he jumps in so fast that it kind of, our friend mentioned this, but it kind of discredits how hard it actually is to drive those, which I don't think is a huge problem, but it's definitely there. Like,
yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why they keep having those flashbacks to his earlier driving. He was driving with Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, like the goats of the sport.
Yeah, for sure.
When those cars didn't have as much electronics. And so he was having to do like a lot of those like sometimes harder maneuvers without electronics, and now he has some
Yeah.
of the electronics to help him. But then he also has to get used to the new stuff, which I think they kind of do show because he gets 2 laps.
Yeah.
And so the first one, he's just feeling out the car, and then he spins out right before starting his sprint lap.
I did like that. I like how they showed that.
It's like, no, it's not easy. He still has to really focus in. But I think they show, in my opinion, they have enough there
Yeah.
to show that it's not only hard, but that he has the ability and talent to do it.
Yeah. So one of my gripes with the movie, and I think I've mentioned this to you, so this movie's PG-13.
Yes.
So it gets 2 F words. I think the F words of this movie are placed horribly. So if you're gonna put those in, make them somewhere where it matters. I feel like both of the F words were in like talking in normal tone, like low consequences. Like I wanted them in bigger moments.
I agree. The FIA was also heavily involved with this.
Yeah. And I know that that's totally why. I'm
Yeah.
still not happy about it.
I'm not either, but I'm pretty sure that if they had them in other places, the FIA would have been like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're not going to have that be associated with the race.
They're trying really hard to push for that family-friendly content right now.
Yeah.
They're trying really hard.
I mean, they got Disney sponsorship.
Yeah, I still don't know how that's going to shake out, but that is, yeah. But yeah, that was one of my biggest gripes is like, I don't like swearing in my movies. I think I'm a bit more sensitive to that than the average person is. And both of the F words were like, if an F word is going to be in a movie, I want it to have consequence. And I feel like neither of the F words had consequence.
Yeah.
So that was the only gripe. Well, my biggest gripe with the movie was if you're going to use those, make it matter. And I feel like it didn't.
And the other one that had dragged it down a little bit for me the first time I saw it was the crash and the red flag at the end of the movie.
At the end of the race, where that should have, a lot of people say, and I kind of agree, that should have just been a safety car. That shouldn't have been a red flag.
So I had agreed with that until I watched it the second time. And when I realized they damaged the pit wall.
Okay.
So that is a little bit of a different thing because not only is that the like barriers, that's a protective part. If somebody were to spin out and hit that again, there's a lot higher chance of death with that. It's also the pit wall where people are just above them and like doing all the like strategy and everything. I completely understand. Yeah, you're stopping the race, fix everything, and then go.
Okay.
And then also they did a similar thing in 2021 with the Hamilton Verstappen thing. And
with that.
That one, I have a lot of thoughts on that I'm still trying to process.
Yeah. Well, because you just finished 2021 Drive to Survive, right?
Yeah. And I personally think Hamilton was snubbed.
Oh, totally. Well, and it's interesting because he had been winning. What was it? I don't remember how many years in a row, but he had been winning a lot of years in a row, like 5 years in a row or something. And so it's like this new racer is coming up, and it's this rivalry, and it's one of the few years where it's like a real rivalry where 1 and 2 are that close in points. And it's like you want someone else to win, but the way it happens is just not okay. Yeah. And it's like I didn't want this to be how Hamilton got taken down.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because I even go back and like watch that one race, and it's if they had followed their own rules, they would have allowed everybody to unlap, and then they need 1 lap of clean racing, and then the safety car can go in. The race would have ended under safety car. Yeah. They didn't want that.
No, because that's boring. And they want the excitement. They want crazy stuff to happen.
And so we let part of the field unlap themselves.
Yeah.
Well, now you're running into, so you just made it a lot closer for Verstappen and Hamilton. But then you also, the rest of the pack has to, they're like treated completely differently because of it. And I'd either keep them all there or let them all unlap themselves.
Yeah.
Like, yes, having everybody stay is not common and it's not really in their rule book. But the way it happened, just absolutely disagree.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Did not like that.
Yeah. And so going back to the F1 movie.
Yeah, go back to the movie. Yeah.
There is a little bit of precedence for stopping the race there. Not a ton. I think it happened at another race in 22, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, I also think part of the point of the movie is that is rare. It's supposed to be this huge, crazy thing that has not happened normally.
Yeah. And so the second time watching it, I was nowhere near as frustrated with it.
Okay.
So I think that's part of the reason why it moved up for me.
Sweet. Any other thoughts on F1 before we go to another movie?
And here's the issue with Letterboxd. Yes, I have it a 5 out of 5. I would probably give it a 9.4.
That is, I prefer out of 10. Like Letterboxd, I know is out of 5, and you can kind of get there because it's like 4.5 is like 9, but not really.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, on Letterboxd, or a lot of movies, I have 5 out of 5 that I would not give 10 out of 10. But yeah.
Like it's not a perfect movie, but I would still put it in that 5-star range.
Yeah. I think I'd give it between an 8 and an 8.5, somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll move on to the next one. Thunderbolts.
All right. This one, I want to see this one. I wish I had seen this one in time to talk about it here, but I have not.
Yeah. So, and I know we talked a lot about it before the movie came out.
I'm trying to think. This might have been my most anticipated Marvel movie. I was more excited for this than Fantastic Four or Captain America. So I've just been busy. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I need to go see it. But
yeah. So I've seen it, and it is the best Marvel movie of the year.
Okay.
I would be genuinely surprised if Fantastic Four is better for me.
Okay.
Thunderbolts, in my opinion, was so well done. And they handled the idea of depression and mental health issues better than I've ever seen before. And the character of Sentry Void kind of leans itself towards those topics to begin with. So
Yeah.
I was very happy with it. The marketing stuff they did, like, I know a lot of people weren't happy with the new Avengers stuff and all that.
Yeah.
I thought it was very smart.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was totally a fan. I thought it was really refreshing.
And it drives up a little bit of drama between the Falcons Avengers and the Thunderbolts New Avengers.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that falls out in either Doomsday. I don't know what movie they'll.
I'm not sure. Is there a tease like a post-credit scene or something that teases when they'll return, or not really?
There is, but it's for the Fantastic Four.
Okay, so it's not for Thunderbolts.
No.
Okay, interesting.
So, like the Thunderbolts are in it.
Yeah, but it's not like the Thunderbolts are not going to show up in Fantastic Four for very obvious reasons.
Yes, I don't believe so, but I don't know how they're going to do it, and it definitely made me wanting to see more.
Yeah,
so
that'll be interesting. Yeah, I wonder when they'll show up again. No, I am. Yeah, I've been excited for the movie. I want to go see it. I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't. I think part of it is because since I'm married, when I go see movies, most of the time it's with my wife. Yeah. And so if she's not crazy excited for a movie, we usually just don't go because we can only go see so many movies.
Yeah.
But it's been out. Did it come out in May?
I believe so. Yeah.
So okay. So probably August. It'll be on Disney Plus.
Probably.
So we'll see. I'd like to go see it in theaters, but at this point, I might just wait. We'll see what happens. What would you rate it out of 10?
Thunderbolts, I think I gave a 4 on Letterboxd.
Okay.
I would say a 7.8, 7.9.
Okay.
Like, again, I don't rate it as high as the Captain America movie, but I prefer it.
You prefer it. Yeah. I know you said it has like the best depiction of depression you've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah. No, hands down the best. And I actually do deal with it. And so like I can't imagine a better visual explanation of how it feels at times.
Yeah, for sure. So that's awesome. I'm going to get around to seeing it. When I do, I'll bring it up here if it's still relevant, hopefully. But yeah, next movie, let's see. Lilo and Stitch, live action remakes. I don't think you've seen this.
I have not. No.
I have. We'll make this one quick because I want to get to some other stuff we have to talk to. A lot of divisive opinions online. People either love this movie or hate it. I really like it. It's not the best live action they've made. It's not a perfect movie. I really enjoyed it. Like I've mentioned before, if you're making a live action remake or an adaptation of anything, if you're adapting anything, you have to justify its existence.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a perfect example of how to do that, where it makes changes. It's not the same movie, but the changes still hold true to what the original is and still has the same spirit and the same themes of the original. So it still feels like Lilo and Stitch. It's not a completely different idea and it feels fresh, but it still is, that same thing. So I feel like they made changes that kept it relevant and refreshing, but it still is Lilo and Stitch. It's still, you have your Elvis, your fun music, your Stitch being chaotic. So really fun movie. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. Out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.4. Yeah.
Okay.
So good movie. Enjoyed it. My wife really liked it. I think it's her favorite movie she's seen this year.
Okay.
So and then my sister, who I saw it with, I go see movies with my wife and my sister. We go a lot. It's her favorite live action remake.
Okay.
So she loves it. So
Yeah, I've been probably waiting to see it on Disney Plus.
yeah, for sure.
I haven't been that driven to see it in theaters.
Yeah. Granted, if my sister and my wife didn't want to go see us about it, I probably wouldn't have. I wanted to see it, don't get me wrong, but a huge part of it probably was for them because I drag my wife out to see movies I want to see a lot with like F1 and stuff. So I was like, yeah, we can go see this. And I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So.
And then the final one on this list, Superman.
Okay.
I have not yet seen it, and I believe you saw it last night.
Last night, yeah.
Okay.
So very fresh on my mind.
Okay.
We have not talked about it at all. I started talking about it and then was like, let's just save it until we're live.
Yeah.
So let's really good movie.
Okay.
I really liked this. Is it the best Superman movie? It might be. It's definitely better than like Man of Steel, 100%. Is it the best superhero movie? No. It's not even the best DC movie.
Okay.
But it's really good. I give it bottom line on top, I think it's like an 8.5.
Okay.
Maybe not quite an 8.5, maybe like an 8.4, 8.3 out of 10. So really fun, really like hopeful, inspiring, uplifting. It still has some heavy parts and some parts that are serious. But the ending of this movie is super, super good. There's this part where Superman gives like a speech, for lack of a better term. And it's just like the most encouraging thing. You feel like you want to be a better person because of it. So I loved that. I think the standout performance in this movie is Lex Luthor. I can't remember the actor's name, but he did so good. It is a phenomenal villain performance.
That's good to hear because we've had some pretty rough Lex Luthor.
The Batman v Superman Lex Luthor, I understand what he was trying to go for. I get it. And that's really my thought for the whole Snyderverse is I see the themes and I see the ideas, but the execution is so bad. It was horrible. That Lex Luthor specifically was not done well.
Okay.
So it was very refreshing to have Lex Luthor. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but Lex Luthor who just hates Superman, just hates him. So that was great to see. And of course, Crypto, his dog, is just super fun, super great to have. So just really upbeat, fun, encouraging superhero movie. I mean, of course, it's the first movie of James Gunn's new, DC universe. So it does kind of open that door, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to understand everything about DC. It does an amazing job of dropping you in and you're just like, okay, I'm here. My wife knows like nothing about DC. She could tell you like, of course, Batman and Superman. And I think she's seen the Aquaman movie. And she was like, what do I need to know going into this? And I was like, I don't think you need to know anything. And she loved it. She thought it was super good. Yeah. So oftentimes my wife is kind of like my point of reference for someone who isn't a nerd, like an average everyday person going into this. Because I'm obviously a nerd. We're both nerds. She is not a nerd for the same things that we are. Right. So,
Personally, I'm excited. I'm a little sad we don't get to see more of Batfleck. I know a lot of people didn't like him in Batman v Superman and Justice League. His portrayal in Justice League Extended or
the Snyder Cut,
so much better.
I mean, everything about the Snyder Cut is so much better.
Well, and I when I finished watching the Snyder Cut, I was actually like, I want to see more Batman. Like, I want to see how they develop that character because it's a little more. It's a darker, grittier Batman. Yeah. Who, yes, he's not going to kill, but he will seriously harm and maim
Oh yeah,
people.
for sure.
And that was very interesting to me to see. There's a Batman who's a little more aggressive
For sure.
in his stuff, and unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to see that.
I don't think we are. I think the closest we're getting is Matt Reeves' The Batman,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, still amazing. But
Love that movie. I still think The Dark Knight is better. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I don't know what the public opinion is. I feel like it's pretty split, to be honest.
yeah, I think it's close.
But I prefer The Dark Knight still.
When I think back, I'm like, oh yeah, The Dark Knight's just way better. But then I start thinking more and more about that Matt Reeves.
It was really good.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job. And one of the things I'm really sad about the DCU with James Gunn is Matt Reeves' Batman is not part of it. It's a separate universe. And that makes me really sad because seeing that Batman come into this universe would be so fun.
Oh yeah.
But-
Well, and as far as I remember, it's supposed to be that the Robert Pattinson's Batman becomes Batfleck. As far as I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds right. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, that's kind of what they're going for.
Yeah.
So the second one I think is slated for 2027, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. And there'll be that continuation. But I just wish they had more for that.
For sure. For sure. But yeah. Again, as far as Superman, something that just came to my mind. James Gunn is so good at like incorporating pop music into his movies, which obviously the biggest example is Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And it's way bigger in Guardians of the Galaxy because of the characters, because of Star-Lord and everything. But he does a great job here. And there are a few there's one specific scene with Mr. Terrific that is like ripped straight out of Guardians of the Galaxy in the best way possible. That is like, there's pop music playing, he's fighting a bunch of people, and it's just so upbeat, so happy. And I'm like, this is James Gunn. This is so James Gunn. And I loved it. So he did a great job of, doing what James Gunn does best. So
Do you know what song I thought of when you said pop songs and James Gunn?
what?
Heathens from Suicide Squad.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
I didn't even think Guardians first, but
Yeah.
you said Guardians. I'm like, oh yeah.
yeah. No, yeah. That's, I mean, I guess, yeah. Another one.
Yeah.
Did he do the first Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Okay, because I know he did the second one.
That first one did not do well, but the second one was actually good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, Superman was good.
Yeah,
Sounds-
really loved it. Go see it if you haven't. Super fun movie.
I might go and see it this afternoon.
Go for
We'll
it. Great movie.
Yeah. We'll move on to some TV shows.
Sweet.
I have been getting more and more into different kinds of TV shows,
Sweet.
dramas. I know we've got a little bit more of a younger show on here as well that
Yeah, for sure.
was not expecting it to be as good as it is.
Definitely.
We'll go ahead and get started, and we'll just jump straight into that more of a younger audience one, Skeleton Crew.
I loved this show. So we watched this together. So like our experiences, I think like most of the episodes we watched together, at least. I don't know if all of them, but most of them. This was great. We've gotten, I know Star Wars got a lot of flack with The Acolyte, which I know neither of us are very high on. That I think it's the worst Star Wars project we've ever gotten. I think it has some redeeming qualities. There are things in there that are really good, but anyway, this isn't about Acolyte. The point is, coming off of Acolyte, there was a lot of negativity, and it was very easy to kind of just skip this. If you skipped this show, go back and watch it. It is really, really good. It's a breath of fresh air to just feel like, yes, you're in the Star Wars universe, but there's no overarching plot. There's no connecting to all these different shows, which that has its place. Ahsoka's great, Mando season 3 is great, but it's so nice just to have a show just be its own thing and not need to connect to everything. And really like call back to what Star Wars is in its truest form, which is, a show for 12-year-olds about growing up.
Yeah.
And so I think it did a great job of that.
Yeah. And so I actually even introduced it to some family members who are not Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Like, there's one that I'm thinking of that just hasn't seen Star Wars. And I showed her the first little bit of Skeleton Crew, and she was like, oh, this looks fun. And it's Goonies in space.
It's really the best way to explain it. When people were saying that, I'm like, but what does that mean? And then I saw it. No, this is Goonies in space. And they do a fantastic job with it.
Yeah. I hands down would watch it again. They did a good job, and I want to see a season 2 because they left a lot of doors open for it.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting a season 2, which makes me so sad, but I do want a season 2. I'd like to say I want these characters and other things. I don't know how they do that. Can we jump into spoilers real quick?
Yeah.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen Skeleton Crew, spoilers. But Jod Nanawood, what's it? I don't know. Is like he goes by 50 different names in that show. But he's the only one I can see them bringing into another show.
Yeah.
I don't see like Will or Neil or Fern or KB. I don't see any of them showing up anywhere else. So I think he's the only one they really can, and his ending is left kind of open ended. So I don't think he dies, but like,
yeah, I think you can get references to the planet.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of expect Atten to get mentioned at some point.
Yeah.
Just because of, the consequences that something as big as that would have on the economy.
Yeah.
And the treasury. But so I expect mention, but if we want to see the characters again, I think it would have to be in a season 2, because I don't think they're going to bring them into like Dave Filoni's like Heir to the Empire movie or Ahsoka season. Like they're not getting brought into that.
Like you might see like Jod on a ship, on like a Republic prison ship. Like that's as much as you're gonna see. But yeah, I thought it was great. I believe you.
Yeah. I'd probably give it. It's like B tier for me. I'd give it like a 7, 8, 7, 9.
And I was gonna say 7, 6.
Yeah.
So, right there.
It's
really fun. Very good family watch.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Ooh.
Mine's 5. So all like the Indiana Jones treasure planet, getting to the treasure, and then Jod turns on them at the very end. That's my favorite episode.
And I would actually say my favorite's the one after that.
6.
Yeah. So you see Neil picking up the saber. Like they turn the saber on backwards, like because they don't know how it works. They've heard of them, but they don't actually know how they work.
Yeah.
And so I think it was really fun, like change in tone that kind of fit what they were going for really well.
For sure. Great. Moving on. Severance. So I've not seen any Severance, and I know I need to. It gets talked about all the time. Have not seen any of it.
And I binged it in 2 days.
Okay, so you clearly liked it.
Yes, I absolutely loved it. I had gone on a road trip with my cousin, and we went up into Idaho and had a good time up there. But the entire time he was telling me, you have to watch Severance. You have to watch Severance. I'm like, okay, I guess. I sat down, watched episode 1, instantly hooked. Like, great story, great acting.
Okay.
Like, the actors, there's some actors you might recognize, others you just have never seen before that just knock it out of the water. Like, they do a really good job. But then you have some actors that you really know.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I just never would have seen this for this actor. Like, very well written show. And then season 2, which came out this year. It deserves a lot of the Emmys it's getting nominated for.
I mean, I know for the drama category, it's between this and another show that we'll talk about in a minute. I think, it's going to be a battle.
I do think the other show deserves more, but overall, it's still...
Any other year, it'd be a sweep.
Yeah, for sure. Next show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
So I don't think you've seen this, right?
I have not.
Okay, me and my wife watched this in one day. So we had it like, I think it was like a Saturday that like neither of us were doing anything. We watched the entire thing.
Okay.
So I grew up on like, 90 Spider-Man, the animated series, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, like those Spider-Man Saturday cartoons.
Yeah.
This calls back to that in like the best way possible.
Okay.
So my wife didn't grow up on those. She still really liked it. It does a fantastic job of being a like Spider-Man TV show cartoon as if it were in the MCU, because it's not part of the MCU.
Yeah.
But like it takes a lot of the MCU for inspiration. And so it feels like it's in the MCU, even though it is like a separate timeline thing. Like, the Sokovia Accords are a thing. They talk about like Captain America and Iron Man. They bring up those things. So it feels like it because you still get those same beats. But it is still its own timeline, which is really, really cool. I love seeing, Peter Parker, just, nerdy high school kid. He makes some friends. He has some hard relationships with those friends. Really fun. The changes they make to some of the core characters, or the one that comes to my mind, Harry Osborn, they do, it's not the most by the books. It's a little more original. They take a few liberties with it. Not a ton. It's still very much as Harry, but they change it just a little bit. But I really like it. I think it's really fun the way they do it. So just great Spider-Man TV show. Not anything that's going to have huge consequences. Not anything that's going to be, crazy you're going to see in theaters. But if you're looking just for a nice Saturday morning cartoon, super fun.
Okay.
So I'm going to rate it out of 10. Probably like right at a 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Great show. Don't know what else to say about it. It was a good time. Moving on. I have here really quickly, Win or Lose, the new Pixar show on Disney Plus. Did you watch this?
I did not.
Yeah, me and my wife watched it. It was really fun. I'm not going to say too much about it. It's about a co-ed softball team, like a recreational softball team. And it's like the days leading up to the championship game. Okay. And then each episode is the same events from the perspective of a different character. So like the way they do it is pretty interesting because you're just seeing different sides of the same events from different perspectives. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I'd give it like a 6-8. So It was a good time. Yeah. Don't need to say much more about that. Okay. So Daredevil Born Again. So I haven't seen this.
Okay, I have. And if I said Thunderbolts is the best Marvel movie this year, Born Again is the best project.
Okay, so you think this is better than all of the movies?
Yes. Born Again, they knew what they wanted and they went for it. Have you seen the original Daredevil?
I have not. Okay. And I know I need to. I know it's really good.
Without getting into too heavy spoilers, the original Daredevil has Matt Murdock's Daredevil pitted against Wilson Fisk. And that's kind of the whole thing. And the first couple episodes of Born Again, they actually start working together.
Okay.
Fisk is running for mayor of New York. And so you get to see them kind of like come to a shaky, like, we're not going to go after each other. We're just going to let each other do our thing and move on. Okay. And it was way, way cooler than I expected to see. And then by the end of the series, you get back to the more Daredevil kind of thing.
For sure.
It's also a lot darker than a lot of Marvel projects I've seen.
It is Daredevil, and I know the original Daredevil series is very dark.
Yes.
Very dark. So I was wondering how that would carry over when Disney took over that.
So, and I do know there was a little bit of a troubled production.
Okay. I haven't heard very much about the production.
First couple episodes and the last few episodes were directed by the same person, but the middle was directed by somebody who got fired.
Oh, okay.
So the middle is a lot lighter. And my wonder is if Disney had put this person in, they started filming these episodes, and then they're like, it's not living up to expectations or whatever, and they bring in this other director and like, let's return to form. Let's just get it dark, and gritty, and they did. So
yeah,
the middle's a lot lighter. I mean, topics aren't lighter.
Yeah,
but it's a lighter feel to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you rate it out of 10?
8.7, 8.8.
So high.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really good.
Sweet. So let's jump into the one we've been waiting for, the one that we've both seen, Andor, specifically Andor Season 2.
Yeah.
This is the greatest Star Wars TV show of all time, I think.
I think Season 2 has the chance. I don't quite think that yet, but I think Season 2 might be the best Star Wars project ever.
We'll just have to see with time, because obviously recency bias is a thing, which exists, but it is. So, okay, we'll do it spoiler free for a little bit here, but we're going to want to jump into some of, I know we're going to want to jump into some spoilers. So this show, I'm a show in general, but trying to focus on Season 2. I mean, the show no one asked for, and when it first was coming out, there were a lot of people like, why are we getting this? Season 2, you're begging Disney to make more. You're like, even if it's not more Andor, I want more stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, I need more of this kind of Star Wars storytelling, which it was amazing the way that they make you care about people who have like little to no consequence to the grander story, the way that you see their day-to-day lives, the way that you like are cheering for people in the Empire who are bad guys. And you like, it's fascinating the way that this show has like little to no force, no lightsabers, none of that. But you're still so invested, and I thought they did amazing.
It's an extremely character-driven drama. That was just what we needed from Star Wars.
100%.
Like, you really go deep into who are these people, and the saddest parts of they did so much, and yet we never hear about them again.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will be like, well, it was in the middle of 2 movies. It kind of doesn't seem like it had that much of a bearing, because we would hear about it later on. We don't, and it makes it even more of a good show.
Yeah.
I think they threaded the needle so well of these people are so important to the story, but are never remembered.
Yeah.
For what they've done.
Well, and I mean, you hear all about like unsung heroes and everything. And I mean, one thing that comes into my mind is the musical Hamilton, which is amazing. Fantastic. But the idea of who lives, who dies, who tells you have no control, who lives, who dies, who tells your story. Like these stories, and I mean, all of Disney Plus, but really in Andor really is where we see it. These are the characters that sacrificed so much and gave so much, so we have, you know, the original trilogy. So we have those stories that we love so much, that those would not happen if it weren't for these characters here.
And there's no one left to tell their story, which is probably the hardest part. We got to get into spoilers now.
I can't wait any longer.
Oh gosh. Gorman.
Also, so spoilers for Andor, also spoilers for Rogue One, because I don't know how you can spoil this without spoiling Rogue One.
Yeah.
So if I don't know, spoilers for both of those. Gorman, holy crap. Wow. So because the first episode, they bring it up, which was genius, because we know we're building to this. And
I think both of us kind of knew the story of Gorman going in.
Yeah. Well, the old Gorman with Tarkin and everything, which we both knew, we both liked. I really, really liked how they incorporated that in, and how they made that, okay, that's still canon, that still exists, but it's not this Gorman massacre. That's the Tarkin massacre. So I really liked, I don't want to call it a retcon because it feels very, it doesn't feel like a retcon. It feels like, no, like that did happen. Like that is a thing that happened.
Yeah, they very much were like, here, we know you loved this point in the books and the expanded media. It still happened.
Yeah.
But we're going to tell our own story on a different event by the same name.
Yeah, totally. Which is just fantastic. The whole episode 8 is probably the most like suspenseful and thrilling and building of tension I've ever seen on TV. I'll say in a TV show because there may be, I don't want to say of all time, but like in a TV show, probably. The way just you're sitting there and you just hear them coming in with their like, we are the Gore, the galaxy is watching. And then they start singing their anthem, which tearjerker. Oh my gosh. And you're just waiting and oh my gosh. And then you see them shoot that one dude and then just everything breaks out. It was like horrifying, but I couldn't stop watching. Like I was glued. And when they bring out the KX droids, which someone pointed this out to me. I can't remember. I don't think it was you. Maybe we talked about it. I can't remember. But the Empire, when the Clone Wars were shut down, sorry, 1 second. When the Clone Wars were shut down and they, ended the Separatists and everything, the Empire banned using droids for warfare. So the Empire, when they bring out the KX droids, are literally committing a war crime that they created.
I did not talk to you. That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and just the way they're so powerful, which we're both huge fans of the Jedi games.
Yes.
They're very hard to take down in those games. I love that we got to see that because I was worried that it was going to be like they're taken down way too easily. They killed it. They did amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's a struggle for Cal.
Like a Jedi, a literal Jedi.
Yeah, and when you see it at the Gormans, you're like, they have no chance. They're screwed.
Yeah.
And I don't think you get to see that as much in Rogue One.
No, and I think part of it's just because they were introduced in Rogue One, and so they didn't know everything about it, and so we don't see that nearly as much in Rogue One. Which, I could talk about Gorman forever, But what about the rest of
Yes.
the season?
Rest of the season. So I actually saw episodes 7, 8, and 9 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So
So we watched most of Andor together. I think the first half we watched together, the second half we watched separate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is how it worked.
yeah, and then I think we watched 9, 10, or 10, 11, 12 together. But 7, 8, and 9 we watched separately. And I watched it on the East Coast, and I think it's the first time I was left speechless by a TV show.
Yeah. Seriously.
I had finished those 3 episodes and I just didn't know what to say because there's so much that goes on. And even with episode 9 and Mon Mothma's speech.
Okay, episode 8 is amazing. I think episode 9, I might like episode 9 a little bit more. Like, I love episode 8, and it is heavier, and it is better in every way. But like we said, just because it's better doesn't mean you prefer it. Like, I think I prefer episode 9.
Yeah, well, and she calls out Palpatine.
It's so good.
In the Senate.
It is so good.
And they turn everything off right after she says his name, which I think for the rest of the galaxy was, oh, they're trying to silence her.
Oh my gosh, amazing. So yeah, because this I watched with my wife. We've been watching Star Wars all the way through. I timed it perfectly, so we finished season 1 of Andor like a couple weeks before season 2 came out. So we watched season 2 as it was coming out together. She loves Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma is one of her favorite characters. Probably not in all of Star Wars, but like it's up there. And of course, because we watched Rebels and everything, we knew the speech was coming, and she was just so the entire time we were getting ready for season 2, she was like, I just want to see Mon Mothma's speech. I just want to see her speech.
Yeah.
And so seeing that was so exciting, and she loved it. And I mean, it was amazing. And the way they tie in, like, everything with like Bale's team trying to come in, and we love Bale, not us, but just the audience, like, I mean, we do love Bale. But we love Bale. We're like, of course we can trust Bale. Why wouldn't we trust Bale, And then you realize his team is corrupt. And that was crazy to see.
Well, and I thought about that recently. I'd been watching something, and you realize technically their team is not corrupt by the ISB agent.
Yeah.
They're corrupted by the quote unquote good guys because the Empire's the ones in power.
Yeah.
They just have a ISB agent, a government agent, just checking, making sure everything's going right. And when it's not, they take matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
Whereas we get the position of the rebellion, the very much traitorous.
Oh yeah,
actions.
totally.
And so just flipping things on its head was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
But episode 9 and Mon's speech, I like to think of the Gorman Massacre is the fuel for the fire. Her speech is the spark.
Oh, totally.
It sparks everything and causes the downfall of the Empire.
Yeah. And then you go and watch, at least me and my wife, we watched, I don't remember what episode, but somewhere in season 3 of Rebels, where the Rebels team picks up Mon Mothma right after her speech. Watching that right after seeing her speech was really cool, because it really does pick up right where it leaves off. Yeah. So that was really fun to see. Okay, we've been talking a long time, and I know we haven't even talked about all of Andor. We could still talk about like the first arc, the first Gorman arc. Like, there's so much to talk about. I think we'll have to save it for another time, because we got to get going.
Yeah.
But I think Andor is an easy 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say so.
I like, maybe some of the episodes are like, lower than that, but the show as a whole, if you look at both seasons especially, I think it's a 10 out of 10.
For sure, yeah.
So, all right, let's move on. So that's our thoughts on the first half of 2025 movies and TV shows. Now we're going to jump into the second half of 2025. So we're going to go over our most anticipated movies for the second half. So we both have a list of our top 5. We haven't shared them with each other. So we'll go through our list. We'll start with, 5. We'll share each other's 5 and then go all the way to 1. But do you have any honorable mentions? Let's start with honorable mentions.
I do.
Okay, I have one as well.
Okay. My honorable mention is Up, Dead Man. It is the Knives Out third movie.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually going to come out this year.
Okay, so you think this is getting pushed back?
Yeah, it's slated for December. I think it will get pushed back, but if it does come out, probably one of the better movies of the year, but I don't think it's coming out this
I'm
year.
surprised this is only an honorable mention for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it last time. I
Yeah.
love those movies. I just don't think this one's coming out this year.
Yeah, which you're probably right, unfortunately. Yeah. My honorable mention, actually, Fantastic Four: First Steps. So by the time this comes out, the movie's probably out. At the time of this recording, the movie's not out. So we have not seen it. I think it looks good. Like I said, not even my most anticipated Marvel movie of the year, but it looks fun. It looks lighthearted. Looks like a great summer movie. So that's my honorable mention.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with number 5's first.
Okay. I don't think my number 5 is anywhere on your list.
Okay, let's hear it.
Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle.
It is not.
Yeah. So have you seen Demon Slayer?
I have not. No.
Okay. So I'm not the biggest anime person out there. I've seen a few. Demon Slayer is one of the ones I've seen, and it is so good.
Okay.
I love Demon Slayer. They do it in like arcs instead of like seasons. So it's like 6 or 8, anywhere from like 6 to 12 episodes is like an arc that tells a story. And then they'll like not come out with another one for a couple of years and then do another one. So Infinity Castle is going to be I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy of movies that's supposed to be the finale of the whole show. And the first one comes out this year, then another one 2027, another one 2029. So it's the first it's the first movie of the trilogy that will end the story of the show. So it's going to be sick. Demon Slayer is awesome. Yeah.
I'll have to catch up so I can go and see it. My number 5, Frankenstein.
Okay, the Oscar Isaac one.
Yeah, with Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
I am so excited to see this.
Yeah, this almost made my list. This was my second honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, my family grew up watching Young Frankenstein. Such a good movie. Because like the book tells the story pretty well. That movie really gets you to feel like it's not just I'm a crazy mad scientist. I'm just doing this because I'm crazy. No, he had reasons. He was drawn to it. He was losing work and needed something to bring his name back into the public eye. And so I'm excited to see what would be new version of that movie.
Totally.
So, and with Guillermo del Toro's track record.
Oh, yeah.
I'm expecting that to be pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know a release date on that one?
I think it's October.
October. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I could ballpark the release dates for most of my top 5, but I don't have any of the dates like memorized.
Yeah.
So, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Tron Ares.
Okay.
I'm excited to see that. It has been a long time coming.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. I've seen both Tron Legacy and the original Tron. I prefer the original Tron.
Yeah. I was a Tron Legacy kid. I was like the perfect age when that movie came out. I was obsessed with it. I love Tron Legacy. And of course the original one is really good too. I prefer Legacy. But
so my dad actually forced me to watch the original one first and then forgot to show me Tron Legacy.
That's hilarious.
So it was years and years later before I watched Legacy and I was like, it's good. But the original Tron just was more nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. I love Tron Legacy. That was like my childhood for a couple years there. Thought it was amazing. I'll say this right now. This movie is on my list. Okay. So I'll wait to share a lot of my opinions on this movie until we get there.
Okay.
But yeah, very excited for Tron Ares.
All right. So what's your number 4 then?
My number 4 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. So the third Avatar movie. So last time I said the first Avatar movie is a 5 stars for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a 10 out of 10, probably like a 9.3. I haven't even seen the second one. I need to and I want to. But the third one just looks fantastic. I love the universe. I think it's going to be great. And so I'm really excited for that.
All right. My number 3, I don't think this is on your list. Happy Gilmore 2.
No, this is not on my list.
Okay. I saw the original Happy Gilmore. I was like 10 or 11. And one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Got me into some of those Adam Sandler physical comedy kind of movies.
We love Adam Sandler. It's
so
hilarious.
Good. And when I heard they were doing a Happy Gilmore 2, I was like, let's go. And then we were doing some research for this video. And I was like, that's coming out this year. Like
Yeah,
I knew
this year.
I knew they were working on it, but I didn't
Yeah.
know it was like next month.
Yeah.
Ready. So I'm excited to see that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I am not as excited for that. I am excited for it, and it'll probably be good, but not on my top 5.
Okay. What's your number 3 then?
My number 3 is Wicked for Good. I am ecstatic that they're calling this Wicked for Good because Wicked Part 2 would not be nearly as good. So I'm really glad that that's the name they're giving it. I loved the first Wicked. I thought it was super, super good. I love Wicked. I mean, I grew up as a theater kid. I was totally a theater kid in like high school and stuff. I thought they did a fantastic job with the first one. It would have been my movie of the year if Dune Part 2 didn't exist.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I debated this at number 1 for a little bit. And the main reason it's not is because the second half of Wicked is not nearly as good as the first half of Wicked. Like, I don't know if you've seen the musical.
So I've actually only seen the musical. I haven't seen the first movie yet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, like all of the iconic music comes from the first half.
Yeah.
So the first half of the musical is way better. But I think they did a great job with it, and I'm really excited to see how they end that story.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yes.
So, okay, my number 2 is, you've already said this. Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Story, or Knives Out Mystery. So if this doesn't come out this year, then yeah, this is going to be sad, but this is high for me. We both love Knives Out.
Yeah.
But yeah, very excited for this movie. Ryan Johnson has been working hard. This is like his thing that he's doing right now, and I love it. I love that he's just in it.
And
it's
I hope
great.
he never stops.
Honestly, yeah,
Like,
it's so good.
They've been such good movies, and I think the idea of pulling in a little bit more of a modern take on some like murder mystery has been really refreshing.
It's been so good.
Yeah.
And he does a great job. So yeah, and Daniel Craig is so good in those movies. He's hilarious. It's so funny to see him, like you watch him in James Bond, and then you watch him in this, and it's like, this is whiplash.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic. So I am very excited, and I hope it comes out this year. But like you said, there's a chance it doesn't.
Yeah. We hope.
But yeah, that is my number 2. So what's your number 2?
So my number 2 is actually Superman.
Okay. So because you haven't seen it yet. Yeah,
out,
it counts. It counts.
And it came out this week, I believe. And so
yeah.
I just need to go and see it. Like, I might see it this weekend or this afternoon. We'll see.
Yeah. So Superman's great. Superman's fantastic. Go see it. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Fantastic Four.
Okay. So did not make my list, unfortunately.
All good. I'm interested because we just haven't gotten a good Fantastic Four movie.
It's been so long.
I just want to see it do well.
I'm really excited that. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Well, at first I was a little confused with the casting for Pedro Pascal.
I still don't know how I feel about that, I'll be honest.
As the trailers have gone on, I'm like, no, looks like he's doing a good job. He's got the like caricature of Reed Richards that I'm like, oh, okay. So yes, it's not the right ethnicity, but okay. Yeah. Like he looks like he's going to do well. So we'll see.
Yeah, great. I'm just excited that we're getting Superman and Fantastic Four in the same summer because those are like the two superhero groups that have been botched in recent history. Like Man of Steel and then the Fantastic Four movie that came out before this, both just butchered our generation's perception of those superheroes. And so I'm excited that we're getting just wholesome, upbeat movies for both of those because they deserve it. Totally.
Yeah, they do. What's your number 1?
My number 1's Tron Ares. Oh. So that's my number 1 most anticipated movie for this year. Like I said, I was a huge Tron Legacy kid. I loved it. The music is amazing. And it's 9 Inch Nails this time. I know they're not, for obvious reasons, they're not bringing back Daft Punk. Yeah, for obvious reasons, they're not bringing Daft Punk back.
9 Inch Nails is a good choice.
I think from the snippets we've gotten in the trailer, it sounds really good. And I think it's going to be great. And just with the way our world's going with AI and everything, I think it's going to be way more relevant than Tron Legacy was when it came out.
And it still felt relevant then.
It did, totally.
Like, because we were still in that computer boom and everything. And it's like, oh, this could actually become a thing. Well, now we're getting even more. This really could be a thing.
So I'm just super excited for it. The visuals, the aesthetic looks amazing. The trailer looked great. So it is my most anticipated movie for the second half of this year. And I cannot wait to see it.
All right.
So do you have any dishonorable mentions? So any movie that is getting hyped up that you don't get the hype for?
It's actually on your list.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Avatar.
Yep.
Yeah. I was never a big fan of the original movie. I haven't seen the second one, and I'm at the point where I believe that, and I know this is probably erroneous,
Yeah.
but they're probably overhyped.
Yeah.
And the both Way of Water and Fire and Ash
Yeah.
are money grabs.
You think so?
They seem like that from the outside. Now, I haven't gone to see them yet, but from the outside, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. Like, I haven't even seen the second one. I just loved the first one so much that I'm willing to just go see it. So, which I will see the second one before I see the third one. My dishonorable, I don't even know if I can count this as a dishonorable mention because it's not like I don't get the hype. I'm just not in the fandom and I don't care to be in the fandom, but Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah,
I don't like. I think I've played Five Nights at Freddy's like one time, and I like wasn't about it.
Well, and I wasn't scared when I played it. I was like,
yeah,
it's kind of just you close the doors. That's it. I don't know. I know there's a lot of lore.
Oh yeah, I mean Matt Pat can tell you about the lore for a long time.
Yeah, I have not really cared too much for it, but I have stronger feelings about Avatar.
Oh, for sure.
Five Nights.
For sure. And I don't even have crazy strong feelings about Five Nights at Freddy's. Just if there was a movie that I'm like, I don't get the hype, it's probably that. Yeah. That or I think that new SpongeBob movie is coming out this year. And SpongeBob movies peaked with like the 2D hand-drawn one where he goes and gets Neptune's crown and like David Hasselhoff and everything. Like that was
So
amazing.
good.
So good. Now that we're men.
Yeah, now that we're men.
So so stop making a new SpongeBob movie. Like the cartoon can go. I don't care. Like I don't watch it anymore, but it's SpongeBob. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't need another SpongeBob movie. No. We don't need another one. So, but yeah, that's our take for 2025. What has come out and what we like so far, as well as what we're looking forward to and what we're anticipating. So, any final thoughts before we sign off?
I'm excited to see where we go from here. Really, there's been some really good movies, and obviously there's some really good ones to come.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm excited. But thank you all for tuning in. Again, bear with us as we get this started. We're just getting to know what it's like to put on a podcast, and thank you all for listening or watching as you see fit. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.